Hey everybody, my name is McClintock and welcome back to the boring stuff that actually works, and this is part 3 of Triads. If you haven't seen Triads part 1 and part 2, I highly recommend beginning with those videos, and the links are in the description below. Okay, I'm going to assume you've watched part 1 and part 2, so I want to start moving just a little faster. Okay, so ABCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, boom, we've got them. Okay, so now today we're going to start on C. And we are going to play the root, the third, and the fifth. C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5. C, E, G, right? So by now we should know what a triad is, right? The root, third, and fifth. And we should be getting comfortable with just recalibrating that scale, that alphabet, and starting on any note, okay? So C was major. It's never going to change. It's always going to be major for now, okay? So now, instead of starting on C, we're going to move up to D, okay? Recalibrate, start on D. D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We need the root, the third, and the fifth. D, E, F, G, A, D, F, A. And it was minor. D was minor, and E is also minor. So they're always going to have the same shape, okay? So we're going to shoot over to E, E, F, G, A, B, right? I'm going fast, but it's just the same formula, root, third, fifth, right? So E, G, B. Now we're going to move from E to F. F was major, right? F is our new root. F is 1, F, G, A, B, C. F, A, C, right? It's major, just like C. So they're going to have the same shape, right? And not only is F major, G is major, and that's nice and easy to see. They're the same shape, right? So instead of starting on F, we can start on G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, G is 1, A, B, C, D. G, B, D. There we are. We got 2 more left. We're going to move up to A. A was minor, right? So A's the best, right? So let me take a couple of seconds and just talk about A, right? So if I ask you, do you know your ABCs? Yeah. Start on A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? This is just a good place to take a second and reteach just in case you forgot, right? So if we're starting on A, we're going to consider A 1. B was 2, C was 3, D was 4, E was 5, F was 6, G was 7, right? But we only need the root, the third, and the fifth, the 1, 3, 5. So A is 1, B is 2. We need C is the third, D is the 4, E is the 5. A, C, E, boom, and it's minor, okay? Just in case, just a quick refresh, and now let's finish up. We're going to move over to B. B is diminished. B, D, F, okay? And then we can start all over again here at C, right? That's the octave up from here. So it's a little faster moving, but there's all your triads on the A, D, and G string. And I've got some really good news that on the E, A, and D, they're going to be identical, the exact same shapes. And I'm going to show you that in the next video. About 89% of you who watch this channel are not subscribed. When you subscribe, it helps in 3 ways. It helps tell YouTube that these videos are worth recommending to other guitar players. It helps keep me inspired to make more lessons, and it helps keep you informed about future lessons that are going to come out. It's free for you, and it makes a huge difference. So please hit subscribe. So we're here on week 3, and I'm really trying to push you guys into not only focusing on the string group that I'm presenting right now, but going back and working on the string groups of D, G, and B, and the string groups of G, B, and high E, right? Because now we've got 3 completely different shapes, right? So, and what do I mean by that? So let's take D minor as an example, okay? So I'm on the A string, the D, and the G, and I'm playing D minor. Now, as part of an exercise we can do, we can try to go what I call right next door, right? So I'm going to go from D over here to G. Do you remember that G was major? Right, it was. So now I'm gonna go from G next door to C, and C was also major. So now I've got D minor, G major, and C major. And this is just a nice little exercise to get you thinking not only up and down the guitar neck, but across. We want to be in full control of both. But moving across can be a little bit difficult. So I like to take this concept and I like to start on every triad on the A string. So I don't want to be too difficult, but let's say we can start on F, right? F is here on fret 8, and F was major. I've got F, A, C. So now, if I want to go next door, I need to be really careful here because I'm looking for a B, but B is here on fret 9. Now that triad was diminished. It looked like that, B, D, F. And now I can go directly next door to E. E was minor, E, G, and B, right? So this is a little homework for week 3, right? We're just starting to move across the neck. In the description below, you can find a link to my Patreon page where I have this chart and every other chart or tablature for every lesson I've made on YouTube so far. And I also recently wrote a book called Master the Guitar Fretboard and Essential Music Theory in just 10 weeks. So if you're interested in taking on that challenge, you can find a link to that in the description below as well. All the tabs and everything are available for free. The link is in the description below. Print them off and work with them, you know? Or print off your own tab sheet or your own notation paper and write these exercises down. It's going to be really, really good for you, and it will make you learn these triads a heck of a lot faster. If you're still having trouble learning the names of the notes on each string, I've got a couple of videos that are going to help you out with that. It's called the Chromatic Scale Part 1 and Part 2, and the links are in the description below. So go check those out, and I think it's going to really help you on your way to memorizing every note on the neck. Thanks for watching and working through the boring stuff that actually works. If this is helping you improve, subscribe. When you subscribe, it keeps me motivated to make future lessons. It helps YouTube tell other guitar players about my channel, and it's going to help keep you informed about future lessons. More is coming soon. Hit subscribe.